series of tapes, Psychology versus Theology, were recorded from classes held this year with the master teacher, Dr. Malachi York, also known to us as Naya Malachi Duck L and Avenue Rata, our own Pharaoh. Now listen with an open mind and heart as our Grand Master explains you with only the truth. Allow your inner life to flow again and stamp out misinformation with only the facts. And now listen to the Supreme Grand Master, Naya Malachi Duck L.
One James. And he said, after God couldn't find him, and he said to the devil, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself. Why does Adam think God would not recognize or see nakedness as shame as God created Adam naked? See, whenever they show you the creation of Adam, and then these tapes, they show a man in the ground, just come together, his body gets up and walk away. So God didn't see Adam and Rebecca? God doesn't see you when you're in the shower? God don't see you when you're in the bathroom? Wait a minute, he clothes himself off from certain places? You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to draw something. You know, that's all I want to do is draw. I only got a couple more lines there with this. Just want to draw something, all right? Because if you want to go back and read this at home, you're going to see a lot of little things there. God saw something new. Adam was hiding. You understand what I mean, though, right? Come on, man, get it back. Don't apply to us, good. Okay, let me see. What was that? Nothing. And he says, now let's check this. God said, and he said, who told thee that thou wast naked? God is asking the question. Again. He asked Adam, who told you you was naked? Even God knew that they shouldn't have known that they were naked. You see that? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded? Now, this was commanded. Then there are at least 11 commandments, not 10. But I just read one here, and this is not in Exodus. Don't talk about the 10 commandments. The first one right here is in Genesis, chapter 3, verse 11. God says, I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat. So it means man does have the will to go contrary to what God commands. So God does not have the power to make men do things. Huh? That's not what Exodus says. Exodus says God hardened the heart of Pharaoh. He changed the way Pharaoh thinks. God came down to earth and babbled all the time and changed the way people talk. So why did God do that here? Well, this is into God. If maybe this God was the same power as God. Because the word God, the word us, talking somebody walking on God. Alright? And the Lord God said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? He said to man. There's something missing here, you know. It's called squealing. Here's what I thought. I did verse 12. And the man said, the woman whom you gave me to be with me, she gave me of the tree. And I said, huh? Had an apple together. She cut it into the apple, okay. Now, when the stuff gets rough, the first thing man does is turn around and say, the woman. And then that's who he blames. God, you gave it to me. And she made me eat it. Now, we play like the man, like we're so bad. I'm like, so he looked at that like, he said, punk ass nigga. All right. She gave it to me, and I did it. Now the woman said, and the Lord God said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent tricked me, beguiled me, and I did it. The devil tricked her. So the devil did something evil before she knew what good and evil was. And then she learned good and evil after the devil, who did something evil, made her do something evil. That wasn't evil, because she learned good and evil. Doesn't that sound like a bunch of mumbo jumbo? You're not really supposed to sound like what you're not supposed to be able to understand. So you just go on with blind faith like Muslim Christians and Jews do, and then accept it. Because it sounds like it's too complicated. Oh, okay, not to sit in church. Or in the mosque and listen to pray. What do you understand? Long as heaven will victory. That's what happened to us. And now that we are waking up, coming out of a coma state, a spell is being lifted, we're starting to see things. You take this story. We warn you now. If you take this story to your local church, they're going to stone you, you know. They're going to say, what manner of blaspheming person is you listening to? Come up in hell with that stuff. You better not bring that stuff in there. It just happens to be real. They don't want me out here. This chapter goes on. Let me over here. Hold on a minute. Continue straight down to a bunch of more stuff where they say the devil sees, the woman sees. How does the devil get a seed? Snakes don't have seeds in their eggs. The serpent here is not a snake. So how do you get on his belly crawling around and eating dust? Snakes don't eat dust. Now, the last part of that. After Adam and Eve ate of the apple, did they die? Did God say when they eat they're going to die? Did the devil say that's not true? Who was the liar? Now you think about which one of them told the truth. I'm not telling you to believe in the devil. I'm saying neither one is the God and neither one is the devil. It's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap. Something enslaved us so we don't realize that we are God and that we are the devil. Human beings. There's good amongst us and there is bad amongst us. There's white devils and black devils and white angels and black angels. You're having a hard time finding white angels. Yes.
I want to know if quantum physics has a relationship with the number 4 and if so, you could
Because the word quantum?
Yes.
Yes, insofar as quantum physics deals with quantities. And they deal from north, south, east to west. It's like saying the all again. But it deals down. You know what I'm saying? It's saying that there's a north, south, east, and west. And that all things are contained within it. We're still predicting it. The all takes you a step further than quantum. You follow that? That's all that is. It says, yes, as far, quantum means, as far as you can go that way, that way, and that way, and that way. As far as you can go, without how far you go. You follow? There is. But,
that's a step further than quantum.
Well, I'm showing you what. Quantum has a beginning, though, has to have a origin to travel in any direction. And in ancient Egypt, we refer to this as a black dot. The source, primary source of all life. That was the ancient source where quantum physics came out of, the black dot. So, yes, quantum physics is within the all also. Quantum physics is boundaries within the all, meaning if I get extreme left and I reach the epitome of what I can be, right? And of course, if I'm extreme left, there's definitely extreme right or south or north. That would be the ultimate of quantum. Quantum physics confines it to a possibility, where the all takes it to an impossibility for comprehension or logic.
So what you're saying, they're not taking it in the direction of quantum physics, they're taking it in the direction beyond.
I'm taking you to the dot. And from the black dot, you'll start the journey. And you will determine how far you want to take this back. But when I finish teaching you, the rest is going to start happening in your head anyway. You might take this chapter up and by yourself later. So I'm taking you to quantum, and now I move back into all. And I'll meet you down there later. Down the line, follow? If you meet me in there, we'll be standing at another point in quantum. If I'm saying I've been made here, I'm going a little further. You follow? How far can we go? No, we can't. We can just keep going. We are. Infinite, don't fall for it. Infinite is infinite state. It is a part of quantum. Infinite is limited also.
That's why you put that in the Holy Tablets like that.
That's right. In that infinite. That's right. Anything else? Yes, sir.
I asked a question earlier about
Of Jesus?
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Right. And John the Baptist.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
The same lineage?
Yeah, they're cousins.
Cousins. Now, they make reference to David or
David.
Right. Being descendant Yaakov being a descendant of David, right?
Right.
How could that be if the lineage came through Joseph? You know, the David's lineage came through Joseph, and he was a physical blood father.
Because Joseph was also of the family of Israel. Well, that's why they say Yah ben Israel. They refer back to Jacob's seed and how all of them are related. You follow that? And when you get back to Jacob, you're back before David. So regardless of where the tribe went, including Ephraim and Manasseh, who were part of Egyptians, they would all still get the same blood. And because the covenant is supposed to pass through David according to Psalm 22 and Psalms 2, the two chapters match up with each other, that proves that David was Messiah, that David was a mischief maker, a troublemaker. And they were supposed to bring the Lion of Judah, which when they say a lion's whelp, they mean a little child. When a brother who's a Rastafari uses the word Irie. Irie is the Hebrew word for a young lion. And out of this young lion was supposed to come this Savior, who was supposed to be a form of a God incarnate. That's why he called Yeshua, meaning in Hebrew, a Savior. You follow what I'm saying? So regardless of what David did and the corruption of the seed, according to them, Yahweh was keeping it pure, and that's why they say that, and you see in the New Testament, where they see the seed of David, they say sperma in Greek. The sperm of David, meaning David had how many wives? And they all were mixed up, and Jesus came out of one of them. That's the same. They don't have the facts of David's back like you're questioning. They can't. Go back and chop it. And that's in our book. And they actually give you a quote from Mary, too. Her side of the family. Yes?
I was looking in the Western Dictionary under the word tetragrammaton, and you know it says tetra, it has something to do with four.
Yeah,
and I know Atan is Egyptian, the word for God, but what does the gram come into?
Hey, that's Rama.
Rama.
Yeah. And the reason why I have that problem is that in Hebrew, when we use the word Yod, Hey, Wah, Hey, this is your 1, 2, 3, 4. There are no vowels in there yet. You follow what I'm saying? And that's why they don't know what Yod said. They're taking this letter here and they changed to Vay. Or Vay, when it's really Wah. Right? This is Yod. This is a 10th letter which symbolizes the hand. They go Yah, Wah. These are two separate words from the ancient cuneiform, which means good and evil. And they represent two different brothers. One was a Yod brother, and the other was a Wah brother. The Yod brother was called Enlil, and the Wah brother was called Enki. The word Ki means earth, where the word geography and geometry comes. The word Lil comes from Ilu, where the Muslims stole the word Allah from the ancient Sumerians from the sky, Ilu. And the word En, this is a symbol of nobility or descendants. Alright? One has been placed over the earth, and one has been placed over the heavens. And Anu is the ruler of that heavenly sky. They were placed in specific points, while the Bible says God is God of the heavens and earth, and your point. This is where the tetra in Hebrew is coming from. But the Jehovah Witnesses are using and using wrong. They're not doing their research to find out that the Torah, especially the first 7 chapters of the Tanakh, as we say in Hebrew, was taken from the book called the Enuma Elish. The 7th chapter was taken from what's referred to as the Gilgamesh epic, who tells the story of Noah as Utnapishtim, his real story. The other one is called the Enuma Elish. Anu Elish, went on Elu, went on high, meaning before we came to earth, we had records called Akasha. When we came to earth, we kept records. These records were taken by mortals, stole by an individual called Su'en, from the word sin, where they get the word sin from, which represents the moon deity again, or worship the moon deity, stole the records and plagiarized the books you're calling the Bible, the Old Testament. And the reason why the Enuma Elish consists of 7 tablets is because that is the number of the mystic number of this Bible. 7 days creation, 7 this, 7 that, because they are in remembrance of the fact that they stole 7 tablets. and made this fire. That's why she said, this is crap. They took our story, messed them up, added to them, and they don't even make sense when you analyze them thoroughly. Because if you try to find out who created the devil, it comes out that God made the devil. You try to find out where the devil was after before the earth was shaped, he had to be under the sea because he saw God hovering above the water. So the Spirit of God was hovering above the water, but when you can see that, it's from beneath the water. You start pointing to what is it, a reptilian? And as you start pointing, things just don't make sense because they plagiarized it wrong. The same way the 5% came in, took the teachings of unrealized on the so-called lessons, changed them up, made mistakes, and now they got to reinterpret it their own way. It don't make sense because Clarence 13 doesn't fit as a law. Nowhere. They got to go back to Farad and then come back and say Farad and Elijah Muhammad, his messenger. Clarence 13, how does he fit in? Well, he decided to come up. There's no way in the lesson. No, he don't fit in it. Show me in the lesson. Show me the 120. Show me the 140. Show me the 114. Show me the 110 where he just found it. It's not there. That's what they did. And the problem is, when people make reference to the Bible, you know the one thing they haven't done yet? Is ask anybody to prove this or something. So they'll say, well, what about in the Bible? Abraham did this. You say, who is this real? Archaeologists have not proved this right. They never found Jericho. They still trying to find it. You can tear it up and do right now. I haven't found none of the story. They can't find Sodom and Gomorrah. They don't know where. I asked the Muslims, where exactly was Adam created? Exactly. Give me a geographical location. Where? They don't know. Where did Noah's Ark land exactly? They do not know. They say Mount Torah. Where's Mount Torah? There's no way it's not in Jewish records. They made up a mountain. Where did Moses meet God in the mountain? Mount Sinai. Where's Mount Sinai? There's no such thing called Mount of Sin, the moon mount, for the worship of the moon god. And that's why it has a calf up there, because it has horns represented in ancient Egypt, the two horns representing the crescent. They don't know. They stole our culture and they turned it into a religion. And fed it back to us as Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. And we run around cursing people out, holding the Bible from like we know what it's all about. This great fear is us finding our way back to our ancestors before we die. And made that great shall eat their parents. That's the greatest fear. But we have power there. You follow that? I got one more question. Second one. Sphinx was said that we used to have wings, right? They said. Why? Let me add to that. Yeah. Don't understand me. If you do Babylonian studies, you will find Sphinx amongst the Sumerians with wings. Right? And they're saying that the Sumerians, or people who lived in Sumeria, ancient Babylon, or Chaldea with Abraham lived at, they crossed the Tigris Euphrates Valley. The Christians will tell you, and the Jews and Muslims will tell you, that Abraham was born in a place called Ur of Chaldea. And then he migrated across the Tigris Euphrates, and when he when he crossed over, he inherited the title Hebrew for moving across. And then he went on over. Now, whose seed was there already? Noah had a seed. And after the flood, according to them, Noah's seed, one of his sons, had a son named Mizraim in the Bible, and that's Egypt. So they had left that area where the same Babylonians and took the custom, tradition, the dress, and went over to Egypt and brought the Sphinx concept there of the beast man, the sign in astrology of Leo in the sky. So when you see that spirit come back around, know that the knowledge of the pyramids are coming forth again. We are moving now in the Aquarian age. We lived by this constellation years ago. People call it the zodiac. In the modern science temple, they refer to a great queen. They call her Zodiacus. Zodiacus is another way of saying the zodiac. And they're talking about who? Hathor. Because this here is called the sky of the temple of Dendora, which is in Hathor's temple, and it represents our relationship to the stars and how we got to this planet. We knew how we got here. We knew the star Cyrus called Solstice that we came by way of here. We knew about the Dragos and how they got here. Believe you me, when I said the Europeans came from another planet and it was life, they called me crazy again. Now on news this week they said they found life on Europa. By Jupiter, that's what I told them. They're shooting at Jupiter because they're trying to germinate life to go back to their planet. They're trying to get out of here. Now that they've messed up this planet, our planet, they're trying to get out of here. You understand? They're trying to get to the moon. They're trying to get anywhere to escape the wrath of our gods that are coming in the sky. And some lunatic Amorites, or Tamil, whoever you call them, in the temple of Seti, the first in ancient Egypt, when we grafted them, we burned them as Tamil. Some of them read into the book, went nuts, and committed suicide. Trying to go meet the devil. Thinking they're going to make contact with our ancestors that the Amorite knew was coming for us. And your grandmother was talking about that good ship, Jesus. She was coming out of here. She was coming out of this book right here, Revelation, chapter 21. And I saw a new heaven. Listen to that. And a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. The way you're looking at things now, heaven and earth and sea will be gone. This is the Bible, book of Revelation, chapter 21, is prophesied. That John, son of Zebedee, received while he was out of Patmos in prison. You know? And people said, how did he get his message out of prison? So he died in prison, and his disciples took his message. His writing was out. They snuck it out. Okay. And here it says, and I, John, saw the holy city, the New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her. For when Babylon said, he saw a fine saucer and light on the whole Christian world, all the newspaper called the man of light. But they were right in their Bible. John, who's the so-called beloved disciple of Jesus, described seeing a flying saucer. He said, I, John, saw a holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven. As you go back to the Lord's Prayer, Matthew chapter 6, it says, Our Father, who art in heaven. John saw a whole city coming down out of heaven from God. And now behind hell box, they said this big massive light fall down the side of the earth. And they said it was intelligent. And they were like wanting everything is out. When brought some Nikes and tried to run up and get it like that. They ain't coming for them. And they know they're not coming for them now, but they done changed since they committed suicide. So the government shot at it. And now you see Hellbox has turned. Right after they said, they have now developed a new type of aircraft that carries a new type of warhead, and one of them, that disappeared. On the news right now. And they had the audacity to say, we think the man was having a depression, right, and he might have been trying to commit suicide. But anybody in here that has ever been in the military knows they're not going to let no man who's having an argument with his wife test a new high-tech craft. Come on, y'all. All y'all never been in the military, y'all might not know that. We know they're not. They got to go and sit before a psychiatrist before they go into the air. He has to prove their mental state, especially when he's taking up bombs. Now, he has disappeared. Now, they got smart bombs that can shoot their way into a window that small from 10,000 feet, but they can't find a whole jet or in a certain 10-mile or 20-mile area. Extraterrestrials zapped that. They were shooting up there. And they told you on the news that something told for it. That the sun had exploded. The first time they'd ever seen the sun explode like this, and from the sun a massive ball was coming here in one day, 93 million miles away. But it's supposed to take them months to get to the moon, months to get to Mars. But it's going to get here from the sun in one day. Now they just told you that they can get from this planet to the sun in one day. And Einstein has already broke down the speed of light, how to travel at the speed of light and sound. But this thing that was on its way to Earth curved. And right after that, now you look up, tailback is curved. They're trying to send it towards Earth. Because their prophecies are one word says that a meteorite will hit the Earth. Let me go here. It says right here in your Bible again. Here it says in Revelation chapter 9. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven upon the earth. And to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. So the earth has a pit in it. We call it Shambhala from other stuff. You say it's not there. They say that this stone or this star is going to hit the earth, is going to go straight down and open up the bottomless pit. Not the bottomless pit of the lake of fire, because that does not have enough to penetrate earth to get to the lake. Now watch what it says. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a great smoke, out of the pit as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were all darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. It's called a mushroom. If I'm running in a dust cloud, and there came out of the smoke locusts. Locusts don't fly through smoke, no insects will. Locusts upon the earth. They came out of smoke and came and started to land on earth. You notice? And it came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth. And unto them was given power. Someone gave locusts power? Unto them was given power as the scorpions of the earth have power. Number 4. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt. Someone tells a locust not to hurt something? Shall not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads. So somebody is commanding these locusts that came out of the earth and tell them don't mess with the trees and anything like just human beings who have not been marked. Now also at 13 they speak about the mark of the beast. Go on. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months. Total radiation fallout, 5 months. And their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he strikes a man. When a man is stung by a scorpion, he swells up, he gets puffed, it's done. Radiation. See tonight? You do fallout. And in those days shall man seek death and shall not find it. Commit suicide. For nothing. They'll want to die when their bodies are peeling and the skin is falling off from the bones. Okay? And in those days man shall seek death and shall not find it. And shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. They'll be allowed to lay here and suffer. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto a horse prepared for battle. Locusts don't fly in formation. They don't get around to what these locusts are. And on their heads were as the crowns of gold. They saw the sun's light reflecting off the gold of the windows of the clouds. They were flying in formation because you need gold within them for the sun. Right. You understand that? Mm-hmm. And their faces were the faces of men. Tiger fighters, they draw on them, they deny it back, they draw on the faces of men with teeth on bombers. Right. 8. And their hair as the hair of a woman, and their teeth were the teeth of lions. See their beauty still ain't going? They look like human beings. So they describe it. And they had breastplates. You looked up and saw it was iron on the locusts. You know any of that locusts who have breastplates? But if it's a metal craft, and I'm John, son of Zebedee, in the year 96, and I don't know what a plane is yet. When I look up and I see all this smoke, and I see these things come out from behind the smoke flying in formation, they look like, you ever see the, what do you call that thing, the Concorde jet? Looks like a large grasshopper, which was created by France for war, but right now being used for domestic transportation. It's too loud to fly over most things and too fast. As a war weapon, which will be very important, like the one that you said. I need to on with. In this Bible, it tells you about all these events that's taking place right now. Say nothing new. Flying saucers coming here. It's Revelation 21. It's all in there. Not in Ezekiel. A whole city's coming. Prepared for you. If you are prepared, like a bride is coming. If you're groomed, like a groom, you get yourself ready. Don't, you won't go. Not your time to be married, you won't make it. They call it the marriage of the Lamb. And they tell you there that Jesus will be on us when it comes. And that he will be there with his God. Don't say that Jesus is in charge there. That he'll be there with his God. You see? It's all right there. Yes, in the back.
I was talking to people in life and they were telling me about, the time to go in, that's still being in the earth for 2 days, 2 nights. And they were saying how it was 2 Sabbaths. And one on Wednesday, so there was a piece of unleavened bread. And I told the brother, that's the Passover, which happened before.
Pesach, they call it.
Pesach, yeah. So therefore it couldn't be that Wednesday before the Friday as they say.
All you gotta do is tell them, show you in the Bible. See, it's simple. They show me the Bible here where it says 2 Sabbaths. Well, that's how it has to be your interpretation. You ain't God, fool. You said you're a servant of God. I said, I'm God. I'm asking you in this Bible here. Show me where it says it's inside. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, and the comparative of Jonah is a book that I wrote 20 years ago. I mean, so they're just getting around to it. The Hebrew Israelites or the Hebrew church, they have a problem with the book, 360 question answer. They came around there and they still busy on that road. They don't know what they're talking about. You wasting your time. And I can give you comparisons of Jesus and the Jonah story 3 days and nights, but it all come down to going against what they believe. You know why? Because you tell them, let me ask you a question then, brother. Was Jonah alive while he was in the earth in the whale's belly? Was he alive while he was in the whale's belly according to the Bible? Yes. Did he emerge from there alive? Yes. Was Jesus alive? Or did he die and resurrect? Because they're Christians, they believe in the resurrection of Jesus. So when you get to a certain point in the lessons between Jonah and Jesus, you'll find that Jonah was alive and Jesus is supposed to be dead. And that just boils the comparison. You can't say everything is alike except the reality of life and death. Is he or is he? You follow? Yes?
I want to ask you, who was the beings that Ezekiel saw that came from the wheel?
He saw out of the valley.
Because I was trying to understand what he was saying, the man face, the ox face.
There was what he saw out of the valley. That's what he saw. It was not out of me. It was not a good thing. It's good. Yes, somebody else? Yes. Huh? The whole book is questions because someone was sitting down asking me questions. Yeah. Risk-keying. Why the women come down in the form of well-made men to earth? Oh, okay, I think I had a question. The question was, I was asked, are there any such thing as female risk-kings? I said yes. But if they're assigned to come to earth, they'll incarnate in a male form. That what you know? There's no reason other than the fact that the commanding officer of the building demanded that their incarnation be in male form. So as not to have the concept of men and women in strife on earth. That's why. No, there's no mystical reason at all. Just to show it. See, a rich king can incarnate any way they feel like, when they put in the physical form. They can take on any form they want. Because they can fit it, or they incarnate. It's like you were. You can become a perfect form, you can come out his form. You have a lot to do. Your lifestyle, your diet, your life, has genetics, has a lot to do. But you incarnate. Incarnate never means become fit. That's all it means, to become conscious. Fit. Well, when you get there, you go in prepared. I didn't want to be, I had, like the truth to talk about. Revelation chapter 20 verse.
Right. I had a question earlier, that the devil will be bound for 1,000 years, and then it will be.
Right.
And I was wondering, why would he be released after being bound for so long? After passing such a peace, why did he really after that? Was that another?
No, that's definitely a fact. Because when we do this math, there's not a lie. Okay? When we do our calculations, and the devil is 4,004, who is Adam of the Bible, right? That is the devil. And this is also, the name is also Canaan, or Lebanon. That's the same today. This gets me notion. All right. He was 4,004. Come down to Jesus, come down here 2,000, when he started his challenge. Right? From here up. 4,000 down to Jesus. That's why Christians say they think Jesus was born around 4, but they're trying to get rid of his stomach. 4 BC, we're not sure, but we calculated by the time Herod died, traced him back, and got exactly when it came out to 7. If it's over, but it's all right. So we make it 4,000, and we add on, right, 4,000 down to Jesus, and then 2,000 should be now 1,997. Right? That's what we are now? And we're going to fast in the day here. Jesus has said, Gregorian calendar will be used. We are now in the year 1,997, or 1,997 years after Jesus' so-called year 1. Correct? Their Adam, according to them, was 4,000 years before Jesus. When you combine the 4,000 years and 1,997, you come down to 5,997 years. Where we at right now? Leave us, how many years? 3 years to bring it to the year 2,000. You combine the 2,000 to 4,000, what do you come up with? However,
The Bible is not based on the number 6. It's based on the number. It was a short one. So when the devil's time is up, this 6,000-year period, which ended already, he's already on his decline, he still has a 1,000-year grace period, depending on what happens to this millennium. And the millennium of its countdown started in days last Sunday. Last Sunday was the first day of 1,000 days into the beginning of the year 6,000. Depending on what we do between now and then, will depend on whether this thing goes on to 2030, or because we're already up from 1970, that was 30 years, but that's not a complete hour. You need 60 seconds to make a complete hour, so you need 60 years to make a complete cycle. So if you go from the year 2000 to 2030, if this ever gets another extension of time by the galactical brotherhood cause, you're not ready. And this is why we are pouring out so much information now. Now, if you think I'm doing all these books, you're crazy. And we're pouring out so much information now because you don't have a lot of time. You got 1,000 days. And that's his great period. That's 1,000 and last 1,000. If all that, if we succeed, he's through. He's out of here. If we fail, he gets another 1,000 years to complete the seven cycle. And he'll be released from that chain and loose on man again.
Just a notification, I was with a brother yesterday. He went by the Atlanta Public Library and got a book on Egyptology. And in the book, it had a lot of pictures of the hieroglyphs on the Egyptian wall, and a lot of the figures that have been embossed on the wall. Mm-hmm. And they got Anu and all the characters you were talking about, they got it.
Yeah,
they're in the book.
Yeah, that's right.
So, this is just a reaffirmation in my spirit. Yes, we're on track.
Yeah, we're on track. Yeah.
I have to tell you this, but I didn't quite understand. Tell me, what exactly is the connection between the solar plexus and the sun that shines down?
This is a human head, solar plexus, down. All right? This here, that is the word meaning sun. Solar. Right? They phonetically alter it when they want to talk Greek and Latin and different languages, and German and Old English and New English and move around. But the first letter is G, not the R. R is ancient G. Sol is the word of the sun. All right? When they used to draw pictures of Jesus years ago, I haven't seen one recently, the elders say, they go draw pictures of Jesus, they have a little torch burning here. And they show him pointing like this. And put his hands like this. They're presenting you with the Knights of Columbus, referred to as a Sacred Heart. Sometimes they show hands on his symbol. All right, Knights of Columbus preceded, unbeknown to most people, the Freemasons as the Alhambra. The Islamic Lodge introduced the Islamic Lodge of Moors called Alhambra because the Alhambra Mosque in Spain. Before the Arabic order got introduced in America in the 18th century. By Birmingham. Most people think the Shriners were the first ones here. No. The Moors initiated Abraham, George Washington's guys, in the Moorish Lodge, but that was in the Knights of Columbus, because they were all Catholics when they came here. They were not Christians or Presbyterians. They became Freemasons. Freemasonry didn't get here until after that. And the shrine that they're coming from into America now, the so-called ancient Arabic shrine, is the white. The ancient Egyptian Arabic shrine is the black. The Egyptian part is added. So it was the Moors, us, who initiated them in Alhambra, right? That branch of our doctrine long before Freemasonry got into their genes. The last month that Abraham got inducted in the Masonic Lodge, and he was the wrong way there. Didn't the book say the Masonic Lodge? He just got here in 1887. How did that happen? Because the Knights of Columbus and Robert Crucians did go back before the Masonic. Now, asking the question again, but at that point, so in my mind, I blocked everything up there.
I want to know what was the exact connection between solar plexus and the sun that shines.
Okay, now I feel like I lost the Sacred Heart of the Knights of Columbus. All right, there is a central sun in man. Here, the Hindus and everybody refer to it as the crown, and the seat chakra or the heart chakra. Our way of talking, it actually can be seen as a light sometimes when they x-ray the chest. They actually see it like a luminous light here. But if you drink alcohol, taking alcohol beverage, you get a burning sensation, like it flares up. Now, this tower of light It is different in different people. Some people have a greater, and some people, it is also called spontaneous combustion, where it can cause fuses with outside gas and reverse the stove. Europeans don't have a power on, very low. Like it's in the stove, waiting to cut on. There's a job. Ours is lit back on when what they call, they say stove. Right? It's the same word. You follow that? It's all the same word. It's the central sun. It's inside here. It's our sight. It's our soul. That's all it is. You follow? And it's there. If you actually get in the fire, yes, it's a form of fire. The question I raised years ago in the Hellbook is, how many kinds of fire are there? I spoke to Muslims. There's gas fire, there's a wood fire, there's a coal. How many kinds of fire? This is a unique kind of fire that's burning it. It's not lit by wood, but it needs oxygen to burn. And you get that oxygen as you breathe in. And it fuels in your lungs. Sure? Yes.
Microwave pump from the body.
Not now. There were one time. Now, a lot of things that were dangerous when they first came out, like television, signals, all of that, they curbed them because they get affected by radiation worse than we do. Get radioactive, and then we saw you see this back in the West, we saw it everywhere. They get it, and they just fuse right out. Yes.
It talked about how there was a ship above keeping the inner sun from making contact with the outer sun, right? Mm-hmm. And you had a picture in one of your books where the satellite... Yeah.
They come and beat us up when they're on.
From the satellite showing the inner Earth.
Right.
Now, why wasn't that ship being able to be detected?
Why wasn't the ship able to detect the hole?
Yeah, because it's a ship above the Earth.
Right.
Covering that center hole, right?
That's right, detecting.
Yeah. Now, why wasn't it seen in the picture from the satellite?
Oh, okay. I got that. There's a picture of Earth looks like this, and there's a hole in it, right? They show it. And then they show you this hole here, and they're saying there's a crack here to protect the sunlight from hitting the central sun. The question is, why is it that the satellite didn't pick up this picture? Didn't pick up the craft when it was shooting this picture, right? Because the craft moved. I think sometimes you're looking at the wrong thing. It's not that it's, wait a minute, these are your people. They're not faithful in your people. They're not. I mean, it's not that simple. They just move. America is not going this far up. They're not going this far to make these crowds. They can only go a satellite, circle, satellite, and that. But that ain't beneath it. They're beneath what's going on there. It can move. They can go different directions. All directions. Yes.
Why did Earth's atmosphere change from methane, ammonia, and water vapor to what it is now?
Because of explosions on the surface of the sun. Like that thing you're talking about, they're sending solar flares here that are altering our atmosphere all the time. This is the planet Earth doing right now. What they don't teach you about is what's referred to, they do, but you gotta check it. It's called a whirling vortex. Right? It is there. And it's at 32 degrees. Across the planet, across the sun, anything is falling in the same thing. You follow? What we have is things coming into Earth's atmosphere constantly hitting the planet. Hundreds of meteorites to the planet within a week. They don't tell you about it. Some of them are bringing in alien chemicals that are altering our atmosphere. Now, here we go. Planet Earth, 23-degree axis. Right? It's spinning. This needle spins on every 26,000 years. You follow that? When this doubles itself, this whole crust of the planet shifts. Things that were here, you're finding out, that soil samples of Central Park in New York has proven to have sand particles that came from the analytes in Central Park, showing that this whole thing is like the planet is like an orange with a crust on it. And the land mass is all connected. There really are no oceans on the planet Earth. That is not. There's no such thing as the Atlantic, the Pacific, and the Indian Ocean because they're all one. You don't have how do you separate the water? The land mass is giving you the impression that you separate the water. But if you go south, you can travel from the Indian Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean straight to the Pacific Ocean. That means there's one mass of land. One mass of water, and the land mass is shifting. And therefore we get these chemical changes because the fact that let's say America produces certain things like slate and coal, and other parts of the planet might produce other things. I would depict it this way. If you're driving from New York to New Jersey, right, to Philly, what happens is, as an individual, your vehicle passes about 10 different chemical plants. Now, if you stay in this area here alone, these other chemicals won't fuse and they won't damage you. But when you drive across country and you don't analyze the chemical plants that's in that route, as you're driving, you breathe this chemical, and you breathe this chemical, and you breathe this chemical, and if any three of these chemicals mix together, fuse in some kind of bacterial germ, by the time you get here, you're coughing, you don't even know why. This is what's happening. The sandstorm, the embalancement of the planet, the ecology of the planet, right now, the planet is in a total sham. Every place but where you're standing. The forces seem to be working around Milwaukee. Every place Caucasians are right now on the planet, there is suffering. There is flood. There is wind. There is storm. There is hurricane. Back to back. They had downfall-sized hail falling just the other day. While we're talking right now, the news is on some other part of the planet where Caucasians are. This is not just taking place in America. It's taking place in Russia. It's taking place in Australia. It's taking place all over the planet. Australia, they had an ozone hole that's opened up. It's not affecting the Aborigines. It's affecting the Caucasians. Nature is wiping them out. And I'm saying that to say that because we have different chemicals on different parts of our planet, because the planet broke off from something else, the winds of the vortex is carrying chemicals and it's poisoning the air more and more. And our atmosphere is constantly changing. We're getting more ultraviolet, more gamma, and it in itself is like taking things and putting in a pot and cooking it and watching it change. We are slowly but surely metamorphosizing into some new kind of creature. Human beings are changing, even the way they look is beginning to change. Because the environment will change the way you look. If the air continues to get thick, the nostrils will tend to expand. If that thick air has a lot of dust in it, more hair will go out, you know. If the winds get heavy and sand, your eyes will change. You know, I mean Orientals don't have chinky eyes, they lack lids, because they're different. That's another one of his games, chinky eyes. They don't have chinky eyes, they lack lids. Their eyelids, okay? So as the planet is changing, we as the people, as human beings, are changing. We're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Human beings are not as tall as they used to be, not as wide as they used to be. Now people are slowly but surely disappearing. People hear well, can't hear anymore. Everything is what? Every time somebody says something to you, you can't hear anymore. You can't see. People who don't wear bifocals or glasses are squinting to see. Why? Because of the amount of fumes and poison and oils in the atmosphere getting into the eyes and it's blinding people. You are dying. You're getting sicker and sicker every year and there's nothing you can do. They can take you right now and isolate you and have you spit up. If you stay there for a week, you can spit up maybe a glass full of black soot that's inside your lungs. If they can get you to clean out your bowel system, your colon, it's filled way up in your bloodstream, and this is why you're sick, you got headache, you are dying. I mean, it's not about the white man cutting your heads off. Mother Nature is killing him, and it's affecting you. But he is dying faster than you. He knew that. Amalekites are dying like you would not believe. You know what I'm saying? They're trying everything they can to prevent their death, but they can't. That's what after storms and stuff is going on. And he has been forced to change this, the ecology. He's been forced to knit the sky. Every 6 to 7 days, he knits the sky. That means when you look up, you see these jets and they pull the clouds together so he can keep it raining. He cannot let the sun continue because it'll kill him. And he's trying to stay south as long as he can. Don't go north. He's going north. Stay south. He will have to get out of here. You cannot take the sun.